श्री श्री आनंदमयी मात की जय. What is destined to happen will happen is a perfectly true saying. If you look back on your own life and on the lives of others, you will come to realize how little man himself can do to shape events and how most things depend on the inscrutable law of a hidden power. The universe runs its course in a perfect way according to the will of the Supreme Father of all. Therefore, your maxim of life should be to welcome whatever circumstances God provides for you. The firmer you become established in this spirit, the more complete will be your resignation in God's will. And by your devotion and faith in the divine power, the scales will fall from your eyes. To say that all action is prompted by God's will sounds very beautiful. But in actual fact, we do most of our work ultimately for sense gratification. This is why success makes us so happy and failure depresses us. A man who is employed by another is not so very concerned whether there is profit or loss as a result of his work. If everything is done exclusively as God's service, one simply attends to one's duty without giving a thought to its outcome once it is over, keeping his remembrance alive from the beginning to the end of each task. Dedicate all action to the Supreme Being and you will be free from care and anxiety. The great mother Mohamaya is the origin of creation. When the desire arose in her to play the game of life, she divided herself into two, namely Ma and Maya, and entered the stage of the world, concealing herself in the many forms of Maya. When hard beaten by the blows of fate, a human being awakens to real intuition. He feels the presence of the mother behind the fleeting appearances and sets out in search of her. Blessed by her grace, his efforts are crowned with success as he realizes her as the prime cause of all creation, Mahamaya. But this is not the end. Experiencing her as all-pervading, he becomes merged in her and loses himself in the ocean of Satchidanand, divine being, consciousness, bliss. Thus, he comes to see that what is called Moha or Maya in the world is named Mahamaya, the great mother on the spiritual path. Although their functions are different in manifestation, essentially the two are one. Play the game of the world and you will be captivated by its delights, unwilling to let them go. Or if you take to the spiritual path, you will find supreme bliss. However, earthly joys are transitory, whereas divine bliss is eternal. Both have their place. The stage manager of the world drama provides for each one what he needs at any particular setting, so that he may gradually be led to his final goal, where will be, despite the error of the duality of Mohamaya, the great illusion, and Mahamaya, the great mother of the universe. For how many more days can you live by external light, like that of sun and moon? When your eyes fail, when your body becomes feeble with age and your intellect clouded, you will be left to grope in utter darkness. Set to work while there is yet time and try to kindle the inner light. In the heart of the mind, ignite the fire of self-inquiry or the fire of God's name. Fan it into a blazing flame by associating with the holy and wise by prayer and meditation. Little by little, this light will grow bright and steady and illumine you both inwardly and outwardly. Thereby, the path to self-realization will be made easy. श्री श्यानंदमयी मात की जय।